Hey Virgos, this is Paragia Tarot. I am here with your daily reading. Also today, I am going to attempt to do my first extended reading for you guys that will be available through the membership option, and to activate that. So if you see that, please go ahead and take advantage of that if you want to. But if you don't see it, that means I'm still working out some of the technology kinks, and just, stand by and it'll be up and ready soon. Because it just means I'll need to buy some new technology. So let's ask the universe. Universe, how the person on my Virgo's mind, how does this person feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Okay. This is somebody who is in decision-making mode. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Yeah. This is somebody who's making a decision because what they're wanting to do is invest like very, very strongly in someone. They're wanting to have a full and final investment in someone. So they're really wanting to be sure. It's like marriage commitment, that kind of thing. Like they want to really give their whole heart. And also there is, a fear of rejection here. So with the Seven of Swords, it's like they're activating their mental energy to try to avoid feeling rejected, when I think what it's probably really about is it's just about their fear of intimacy or of being rejected if they really show their heart. I think that's what it's about. Should we keep those out? I think we should. Universe. Yeah, they're still in there. It's like there's still at least an instinct to block and protect the self. With the Hanged Man, they're procrastinating. What they're doing is it's pure procrastination. What it's really about is the fact that they're scared to come back, and not necessarily be wanted or welcome. They're afraid that they're be rejected emotionally. Okay. There could also be a level of codependency. I feel like this is somebody who might feel like safer with someone, that they sense there is a codependency angle with that person. Like if this person needs them somehow, this makes them feel safer and more, because the power that they derive from that stops them from feeling like they could be rejected. Because it's like, if somebody really needs another person to survive, or at least if they feel that way, then they're going to be much more willing to basically drop their needs, and be sort of, copacetic to what the other person wants, because they're trying to survive. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, this is somebody who maybe feels like if this is someone who feels like if they're with a truly strong, independent person who feels who fully feels their worth, that they will be rejected by this person because they don't feel worthy. And it could be that they've done some things in their life that they maybe look at and say, well, I've messed up this or I've done that. But at the end of the day, it's deeper. It's something about not feeling worthy at a deeper level. With the Seven of Wands, this is somebody who I sense wants to give up the fight. They want to give up this constant defensiveness. They want true intimacy. They want a real relationship with someone. But maybe they feel like if someone was truly, because we just had that Nine of Pentacles girl there, if someone really was strong and independent, that they wouldn't be able to stand up to this person. It's like they feel like they almost need somebody who's limping, I guess, in some way or another, to feel like they could. Yeah. So there's this Two of Pentacles energy of like, oh, what should I do? But it's not really real. They know exactly what they should do, and they know what they want to do. I mean, I'm seeing something about this dunce cap looking thing. It looks like a racer head. It's like it's almost like they're playing dumb, to have to avoid how they feel emotionally with those waves in the background. Or I also feel like this is somebody who tries to adopt a sense of power by having two people on the line where they're like, oh, I don't know, do I want you or do I want the other person? Because it's that they feel so deeply inadequate inside themselves that they are afraid to really put, stake their claim into one thing. Because if you're sincere, you really put yourself on the line, you risk rejection, you risk heartbreak. And so this is somebody who's always like, oh, I don't know if I'll give you my coin, I don't know if I'll invest in you, I don't know if you're my person, because they're really trying to protect themselves from, and so they keep themselves in this loop, where they're always avoiding, investment. Yeah. Because this is somebody who is trying to avoid their own insecurities, even admitting that they exist. And with the High Priestess, it's like they want to be able to hide these insecurities, maybe in you, maybe in, maybe in something about, what's the word I'm looking for? What is that word? Oh my gosh, it's such an obvious word. Just in something in the discretion, the discreet nature of the relationship between you, or maybe they think that, there's something about you, there's something about the dynamic that makes them feel like they can hide their insecurities. Yeah, this is why somebody has behaved as a player in the past, has not invested. It's because of cowardice. It's because of fear. But they know that they love you, but they are lacking in confidence. And so this is them playing it cool, always acting like they are just not really that invested, or they're always moving on to the next thing, because then they don't have to take the emotional risk. And so it's really funny, because a lot of the time with people who are like this, especially like with men, you would think, oh, it makes them seem like they're some kind of big man, and it's like, it does the opposite. It's really, really very cowardly to be in a position where you can't, actually commit, and you can't actually, set down your, sort of, stake your claim and, in a person and say, this is the person that I love, this is the person that I'm with, because it's like you're being too cowardly to show your feelings. Anyway, so universe, what can you, oh, there's a timing card stuck in here. Okay. Universe, what can you tell me about, oh my gosh, there's another one. Sorry. Okay, so universe, what can you tell me about this person? Oh my gosh, woo. Yeah, this is somebody who has had a tendency to keep things shallow and hollow. To keep things shallow with anyone that they connect with, because they're trying to keep people's eyes shut to who they really are. It's like they have to be in and out real quick, so that this other person doesn't really see how they feel. Unless that the dynamic is such that they are able to really be in control. But I feel like what this is saying is that they're beginning to feel like they're beginning to feel the hollowness and the emptiness and the boredom with that. They want something real. It's like their connection to you has opened up their eyes, to what is possible, to what's something that can be truly beautiful and real. They're dwelling and reminiscing on when the two of you were together. And understanding how good it can be with someone who is really worthy and loving. Cloudy judgment. Illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. So, yeah, I feel like what this is really about, this person is confusing themselves, because it's really just about avoiding, they're in the process of healing, which is good. They're in a process of releasing, purifying. They're in a process of learning this and seeing this inside their own hearts. They're doing shadow work. And yeah, this is somebody coming into, yeah, because you can see in this image, it's like you see a person, but there's a cloud in front of their, like they can't even see themselves in the mirror. And this is somebody who's coming to understand their own behavior and why they've done this. And I'd say that your presence in their life is what has caused them to see this about themselves. Yeah, it's really all about avoiding abandonment and rejection and feeling dismissed, because there was something most likely in their childhood that left them feeling that way. And it's almost like they've been deluding themselves about that, about the reality, and they're having to look at it and face it. And the thing is that some wounds from childhood are so painful that we will avoid facing them at all costs, because the foundation, it shakes the very foundation of our personality. It shakes the very foundation of who we are and our support structures. And so sometimes, it takes being pushed into the point where your life becomes quite hard, and those things are actually forced away from you, that you have to face those things. It's the universe's way of forcing you to face what there's really no other way for you to face. Because something that painful, you just have to, your inner self is just grasping on to, whatever you need to be okay. Like if you're, so universe, what can you tell me about this Ace of Wands in the reverse to the Fool? Okay, trapped in the reverse. So I feel like this is somebody also who, if they've been trying to tell themselves that they're trapped, they know that they're not. It's like they're understanding that they've jumped into a spider webs, like like a trampoline, and caught themselves, and wrapped the web around them, because they understood that this is an excuse. If I can trap myself, and if I can get myself into a situation where it seems like I'm trapped in it, then I can tell myself that I have an excuse for not healing and for not facing the things that make me truly deeply uncomfortable with myself. That I can't, it's like you can externalize the blame for what, for why you're not facing it, because you can say, oh, it's this situation, I can't get out of it, and so that's why I'm not facing this. Let's get a card over here. Alrighty. Universe, what can you tell me about my Virgo's person? How do they feel towards Virgo? How does my person feel towards Virgo? Oh, okay. I have to let you go to find myself. So I think that this is somebody who they've been telling themselves it feels like they don't really believe they have to let you go. It feels like they've been pushing you away and pretending like they have to figure something out, when they know that really you are a key part to them even being able to see it. Because it's the entrance into our lives of someone whose own gaze shines a light onto maybe, dynamics in our life or things about us. Yep, there it is. That causes us to even be able to see it. So it's like they're pushing you away, but they're also not. It's like they're pulling your energy in, but while also kind of keeping you at a distance. Why do I deserve someone like you and childhood trauma? Yep. But also, I can't stop thinking about you. So, like I said, it's like they're avoiding you and pushing away. It's almost like they're, like there's this connection and cord between the two of you that is going to have an inevitable resolution, where they can't avoid facing these truths anymore. And how it's like a push-pull dynamic, but it's causing them to grow and to see what it is that they need to change in themselves, what they need to work through. And You know, so that is in process. Yeah, cycles. That is in process. And I would say, Virgos, that a strong message for that would be have faith in the process and have faith in your intuition and in divine timing. This person is healing. But obviously you have free will. You can forget about this person, let them go, do whatever you wish. Universe, what is it? Yeah, divorce, experiencing a breakup. So I feel like this person could be at a point where they are maybe breaking up from a third party, or maybe from a legal marriage from the past, that they had separated from this person, but that they were just, you know, still technically married to them. Because, yeah, I really see this person just idolizing you and seeing, you know, it's like I'm seeing this couple here in shadow, but it's like they're understanding that they have to heal on their own for a little bit before they can come in to be with you. Yeah, narcissist in the reverse. So if this is somebody who maybe behaved like a narcissist in the past, I sense that this is somebody who I don't think they're really a real narcissist, but that they were maybe just behaving in a way that echoes narcissism. Yeah, and that the reason for that, they could be a real narcissist. Well, they could be. But it's also possible that this is somebody who, because of their childhood trauma, they were behaving in a way that echoed narcissistic behavior, but wasn't necessarily, you know, coming from that place. So let's get you another card here. Can you tell me anything about this situation? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is coming up a lot for you guys. So I feel like this is, you know, this is a card where you are being encouraged very much to make sure that you are holding enough energy and time for spirituality and being in, you know, being practical, but also being spiritual, because this is an important thing to do right now that's going to guide you through this process and through this time. It's going to help you discern. And also expect powerful change is here. So keep your eye on the goal, keep faithful. And then this is saying, hold your vision. Fixed moon, interesting. So a moon cycle coming up could be very... I believe the next moon coming up is in Leo, right? And Leo is a fixed sign. So, very interesting. So keep your eyes on the moon cycles. Maybe check out how they work with your birth chart. So you're very close to achieving your goal. So this is saying, keep your eye on the prize, hold the vision, keep the faith. And that's something that's going to help you do that at this time, is making sure that you're maintaining your spiritual practice and putting aside time to do that. So Virgos, this is your reading. I am going to now attempt to go into your extended reading, and hopefully I can upload that for you and get everything worked out. If not, then the extended readings will be coming soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.